halfway through the course. Nicole Russell shooting a 1-over for the round. Kona shooting a 1-over. She's through 14. So those are the hot scores right now. For the rest of the players above them, they still have plenty of holes to play, and we know how difficult this course can be. So I think around even is still the score to hit for today.
Pretty good for Katrina Allen and Haley King so far. 1 under. Paige Pearson and Sarah just behind. I do believe it is Katrina Allen who we will see.
Wow. So this is where Katrina's drive landed after that beautiful flex shot. Slow turnover. This is a little bit tricky for a backhand shot. She's got to hit a perfectly straight line, and her footing was a little off there. Pulled it to the right. There's jail on either side of this, so hitting the line is so important on this shot.
Once again, Paige Pierce coming to straddle out for the right side rough.
Hello.
Oh,
Are we alone?
no, I still got 3 minutes.
Oh, okay. Oh, I go from one meeting to the next, so it's like, ugh. Okay. Phew, we're not alone.
I start these early because I usually have a few kids who show up like
Whenever they want is, you know.
2 to 3 minutes early, so I'm like, instead of getting the email saying, oh, so-and-so's waiting for you, it's like, all right, well,
Yeah.
let's have it start early and just
My Zoom's the same all the time. So whenever it's open, I have kids popping in and out all the time, sometimes on purpose and sometimes on accident.
that's how I had one of my math 2 kids jump in my foundations math. I told him, you're early, we don't meet, you meet me next period. And he's like, excuse me, okay, leaves. And then like 5-8 minutes later comes back trying to get back on, and I just left him there waiting.
Yeah.
And then he never showed up to class.
Yeah. And the schedule's really hard for him. It's hard for me. But
I have it down right over here against my whiteboard.
Right. Yeah, I made one too. And I sent it to all my kids, but you know, I mean, they can't print. They don't, you know, they don't have.
I can't even print. I have a printer and I can't print right now. My printer's not been working.
That's just, well, mine's downstairs. My office is downstairs, but I'm trying to let my husband kind of have the floor so that he can actually do something. Because I don't know, the sound still carries, but I feel bad. But then, you know, having to haul my butt down there while kids may or may not.
Beyond. Yeah.
And then there's Tony Rogalski emailing me, and it's like he's as bad as my language impaired kids. I have no idea what he means by that. So yeah, you know, your 3rd year of teaching math, right? I don't know. I noticed that I think Captain ended up with a math too, though, right?
He might be in a co-top maybe, but that's about it. I got all the math in our program and a co-top math. This is the only non-math class I have.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know. Mrs. Favor.
Hi, how are you?
I got.
Uh-oh.
It's nothing. It's not the COVID. I just put a piece of gum in my mouth because that's all I do is talk. We've got 2 evals that are due next Thursday, 1 due the following Monday, 1 due the next Wednesday. And so testing on this is a lot harder. And I'm just jam-packed, shoving the kids into all these schedules, and oh my goodness. And so then I'm talking nonstop.
Yeah, I know the feeling.
Oh, geez. But I'm so looking forward to meeting Chanel. Is that how you say it, Chanel?
Chanel, yeah. She came on this morning to math, but then logged off because I guess she texted one of the kids in the class saying that she couldn't see or hear me. And if I could just share the video later, and I told her, okay, well, let her know that I'll have it posted later.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So, yeah, she's pretty much always just about, let's say 90% in class.
Yeah, that's great.
None of them are here yet.
So she hasn't met with social work either, and I'm kind of thinking that that's probably, she's just like, why do I want to waste my time?
Mm.
And you know, so.
Hi, Giovanni.
Hello.
Pretty picture, kiddo. Mm-mm-mm.
Giovanni, did Chanel or Unique text you at all about coming to class?
Nah.
No. Do you mind sending them a message for me, seeing if they can make it to class?
Yeah.
Okay, thanks, bud. Give them a minute, get on, and then we get started.
Yeah.
And while we're waiting, I still got the disc golf going on the other iPad.
Oh,
Wait, see if he gets a response from them to see they're coming to class.
Yeah, the way your weekly agenda is, I can't have it on this date because I can't make it wide enough if I still want to see your shining faces.
All the schedule, my week or monthly calendar I have.
Yeah, and that's usually how I am able to keep up with us, but I'm gonna try. I do work on a big screen, so there we go.
Yes,
That
that's-
I made it
got-
work.
I got the computer screen, I got a monitor, then I got my
Mhm.
actual iPad, then I have
Yeah.
another TV here that I use for my gaming, but I don't have it hooked up yet for the computer. I'm thinking of it. Then I can have three things going where I can have
Yeah,
Zoom meeting here. I can have the
Mhm.
notes here or the chat here, and then I can have my notes over here. Because once you throw in, like, if I do like a screen share, you have the video of seeing the kids.
Yeah.
Plus, if there's a chat or open up
Right.
participants to let kids in,
yeah.
and
Yeah.
then throw in anything else.
27-inch last year because it was the kids would share a document and then we had to write on something and it was just cumbersome and they struggle with that with the iPad. So my sister is teaching at her school remotely. So she has to go into her classroom and she's doing the same thing though. She's brought stuff from home so she can have more screens open.
Yeah. I mean, that's I took. I mean, I had that one TV, that little monitor TV in mine.
Mhm.
That's what I brought. As soon as I knew we were shutting down in March last year, I
Yeah.
put it in my backpack and walked out of the building with it in my
Yeah.
backpack.
Yeah.
I probably looked like I was trying to steal stuff from the school when it was my monitor I bought.
Pushing the chair out. Yeah.
I was tempted because my chair here is really bad. In the first
Yeah.
month of the e-learning, I was sitting in a camping chair, like the
Ah.
pop-up camper chair, because I didn't have a desk
That's
chair.
not
When I had
very
to my house and I
comfortable.
moved was so bad that I could sit like this and just fall off.
yeah.
Yeah.
They got rid of some at my wife's work, and they gave me one.
Wow, that was nice.
That is nice. Yeah.
I'll be right back while he's checking that. Then we'll get started. 'Cause
Okay.
my aunt just arrived, so I'll be right back. Give me a minute.
Oh.
Okay, so Miss Kirkton, you can teach.
Yeah. I see we have a jam board. So we're putting some Post-its up. Laws in daily life. We will
That's
create.
what he decided to try and get them to do to open up a little bit.
Hmm.
You know,
Yeah.
he doesn't have too much help on teaching this class, and so I think, what is it, Mr. Hickton? I can't think of his name. He gave him this suggestion, so he's going to try that with them.
Okay. Yeah, I haven't done anything with this class since we had Gilberto. So
Mhm.
it's been a while.
Yeah, yeah.
But I
Hard
see
getting, what?
I was just gonna say I see the Newsella article, so that'll be good. If they're
Yeah, yeah, he did give him that, yeah. So
Mhm.
we'll see. I don't know.
We shall see. Mm-mm-mm. So have you been doing okay?
I'm here. That's about the most I could say. My daughter is the one that set me up. I have a monitor. I have the Chromebook.
Mhm.
I've always worked with the iPad at school, you know, and but now the Chromebook is what's I'm, you know, bouncing off the monitor. So
Okay,
I
I
don't know.
didn't realize. I thought you had your iPad. Okay. Yeah, it's
When I went to get a device, I asked for an iPad, and they said we save those for the kids.
I
We
want.
don't want to give out, you know. So I
Okay,
don't know.
and yet I have some kids that I wish had Chromebooks instead of
That's
iPad.
what I have heard a number of times, that the staff prefers you know, the Chromebooks rather than the iPads. The iPad doesn't give as much
Mm-hmm. There's
to
certain
the
things
kids.
that it won't do.
Yeah, yeah.
Mhm.
So
So,
I don't know. I just think everybody is doing the best they can with what they have. You know,
sure. Mm-hmm.
I know Mrs. Walsh has her hands full. She's trying to do she was trying to do something and it wasn't working, so she was transferring it to her iPad, and then she tried to make the screen bigger, and I'm like, God, I don't remember how to make the screen bigger. Then her husband was home, helped her, but I mean, everybody is struggling. It's not, you know, everybody. Oh, bless you. Everybody's like, yeah, no problem. I got it handled. No, I don't
Yeah.
think that's the case at
And
all.
Carrie has issues with technology. She frequently struggles with it, and Canvas is rather layered. To
Mhm.
do something on it, you know, you have to go through several steps. So I don't know. My kids, some of them are really good at that, and some of them aren't. And so,
Mhm.
you know, they're looking in the wrong place often, and I'm not able to help with some of it because I don't have everybody's class. So
Yeah, yeah.
with Carrie's, I do, so I can actually talk them through that. So,
Well, we only have like 3 or 4 that come every day. The rest we don't see how, you know, that today, I don't know how many kids are in her class. There were quite a bit more than usually show up, but it was like pulling teeth to get them to speak, you know, to say anything, to, you know, and I just made the suggestion that possibly, as far as all these different terms, that we get some type of a sheet or something,
mhm.
because you know she's doing forwarding, she's doing alliteration, and I don't know if the kids, even though they're juniors, identify with these different words. I don't know.
They've had them before. And first period, I'm only in there once a week. And this week,
Yeah.
this coming up week, I don't think because it's Monday and that I'm usually in there and I don't have another Monday or first period available. I know those kids.
Mhm.
And so sometimes that helps because I can cajole them into
Yeah,
talking
yeah,
a little.
no, that's true. Yeah, yeah.
And just knowing what their educational history has been, it
Right.
helps. So I'm thinking that I'm gonna slip out and go into my own room. One of my kids is in there,
Okay.
and and
All
since
right.
it's not,
Giovanni and I are hanging in here.
yes, very good. All right, I'll see you later.
Was good seeing you.
You too.
Okay. Giovanni, do you need anything until Mr. Pitts gets back? No answer. Okay.
I'm good.
You're good?
Yeah.
Okay. Mr. Pitts will be back any minute. Were you able to get in touch with either of the girls, Giovanni?
Oh, Chanel said that she got really sick.
So Chanel is sick, okay.
Yeah, and Unique, she hasn't joined all day. And I don't think she joined yesterday either.
Sorry about that. Had now then
Alright.
chased the dog down because he decided he wanted to
alright.
come out with me. All right.
So I
So-
just asked Giovanni, he said Chanel said she's sick.
Chanel's sick. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Well then, with that being said, and I sadly lost a lot of class time because I did that. Sorry about that, Giovanni. My aunt was supposed to come about an hour ago and came now. All right. So what I need you to do, we're only going to get through a little bit of this, and that's okay for me today. If you can go to today's spot and download Laws in Daily Life onto Canvas, or not Canvas, Notability. It looks like this. Let me get it pulled up. It looks like this. If you can download that, that would be greatly appreciated. Let me know when you got that. All right, did you get that download, Giovanni?
Yeah.
Okay, so now what we are going to do, we're going to get, there's 5 spots. We're going to do probably 2 together, then I'm going to have you do some other ones on your own, okay? So what we are going to do is we're going to list a number of laws that affect our daily life in society. So we need to list 5 of our daily activities. So first one, be nice and simple. We're going to make that as our wake up. And we're going to call it wake up for school. Okay? That's our first activity we do. Okay? Because obviously we can't start our day without waking up. Now, next to each item, list any laws that affect that activity. What is the purpose of each law that you identify? And would you change any of these laws? Why or why not? So let's think about this. What's a law that could affect this activity of waking up for school? Can you think of anything that might affect this? Or do you think that we should have a law where we have to we can sleep all day, every day, and do nothing at all but lay in bed and sleep? What do you think?
What'd you say? Can you repeat that again?
Mm-hmm. So what do you think there's a law that affects this activity, that we have to wake up for school?
Nah.
You don't think so? Okay. Well, let's think of this. Let me pull up some laws and then I can read them off to you and see if anything might like kind of refresh and go, oh yeah, that makes sense. Let's see. Let's just pull up. I'm going to pull up here and see. Let's see. I'm actually going to pull it up on here. I don't know why I was doing it on my one end. We'll just do it right here. Laws that affect everyday life, we'll say. All right. So what laws affect everyday life? Let's think. Let's look at this one here. Okay. So how the law, that's not really what I wanted. Sorry. I was thinking that was more of like a list of things they were going to give us, but I guess not. So let's think of how laws impact our daily lives, whether they relate to social services, education, housing, nutrition, food safety, consumer rights, or the environment. On the other hand, we tend to become more involved with public policy decision-making when rules and regulation have negative impact. So essentially something we could say that a law. We have laws that protect us. We have laws that give us the chance to do things, such as freedom of speech, because in America we could say pretty much whatever we want and not have really any consequences to it. All right, there's obviously some limits. You can't go obviously like a movie theater and yell fire and cause a panic. You can't go to an airport and yell bomb. That can cause a panic. So that's not a freedom of speech there. But we could talk openly about people we don't like, such as people who don't like President Trump or people who don't like Democrats or who didn't like President Obama. You can freely speak and say bad things about them if you don't like them. Correct?
Yes.
So you have the freedom. If you don't like me, you can speak out and say how you don't like me. Do you think that's a law in every country though?
No.
No. So there are some laws that are set in for only here in the US. There's some laws that are based out all the way around. So let's think of a law that might affect us for waking up for school every day, because that's an activity we have to do. You wake up tomorrow, you're going to school tomorrow. Okay, obviously you can choose not to, but then you have consequences for that. So a law that affects this activity, I would say might be, I'm trying to think how I want to word this one. Because I had it in my mind and I'm trying to think now. How do I want to word it? My brain is doing a brain fart right now, and there is
Are you talking about that you have to go to school up until a
No.
certain age?
No, that was going to be my next one, but I'm just trying to think of I'm just trying to think of something. Hold on. My brain just is just completely shut down for a moment. Sorry, Giovanni. It's a crazy day right now in my brain. So here be a law. It's not really like a law, but you have to work for money. You got to do something. So you can't just lay in bed all day and do nothing, right? You got to do something in order to survive. So it's not really like a law, but it can affect it that the same way. And I would call it more of a right to earn, I would write it as wages for jobs if you have a job, or an education. Okay. Meaning you have the right, the ability to go and do that. You're not being forced to do it. There's no law that says you have to go and work, because that's not fair to people. But you have the right, which is like a law, to earn wages or an education. So waking up to go to school, you have the ability and right to do that. A reason for this law, I would say, is to create civil servants, meaning, Ms. Fayrad, I did not spell that right.
Servant.
Hey, okay, that's what I thought. I'm like, wait a minute, something doesn't look right. So to create civil servants, so people who follow the laws, follow rules, as well as that are educated. Okay, so that's something that law will kind of help with, to help get people the right to go make money, to be a proactive civil citizen. In your opinion, Giovanni, wow, God, my brain is so far. Giovanni, in your opinion, do you think this law should stay the same or change?
Which law? Can you repeat it again?
Having the right to earn wages and an education. Do you think that should stay the same, or do you think that should change?
Stay the same.
You think stay the same? Okay, so you can write stay the same. So we can just write same. And why do you think that? And this is no right, wrong answer, just it's your opinion. Okay, so you can write down why you think that. So just write that in that box, okay? You don't have to tell me out, just write in that box, it's fine with me. Now, the next activity I'm going to do is go to school. Okay, so the next activity I'm just going to write is go to school. And there is a law for this. And the law is to make sure kids stay in school until a certain age. Okay, so Mr. Ray, do you remember what the law's name, like the actual name of it is? I'm trying to remember.
I don't, I can try and stay in.
I'm just trying to remember what the technical term of it is. Oh, family educational rights and privacy. So I'm not going to write all
law?
that. Yeah, it's
Yeah.
a privacy law. It protects the education law rights and that stuff. We're gonna make it write it this way, okay, right? Giovanni, we're gonna call it education statutes.
Yeah, there you go.
So essentially that means it's a law requiring you going to school. So the reason for the law is pretty much to prevent students from dropping out of school. From dropping out of school. I would say, no, I don't have enough room to fit, but just to kind of prevent students from dropping out of school. You don't want kids just dropping out of school just because, okay? You can't go, oh, well, I'm 15 and I'm working a job, I'm going to drop out of school. This is to try and prevent that because you don't get that education. Having an education may not be the most important thing to a lot of people. There's obviously people who don't feel that's true, but having an education can help you earn better wages in the future, such as getting a job where, hey, if you get a high school degree, we can pay you $17, but if you have a college degree, we'll pay you $30. So getting that education is important for having a better paying job for the most part, not every time, but for the most part. Now, Giovanni, I'm curious to see, do you think this law should stay the same or change? That should they change dropout age, get rid of the law, or keep it?
They should keep it.
Keep it, okay. And so it should just stay the same, you think, pretty much?
Yeah.
Okay, and then all you need to do then is you can write in this little box here, tell me your why you feel that. I want you to be able to write that own thing just so it's your own opinion. I don't want others knowing what you wrote. I want you to write what you'd feel. Make them do a little extra work. I'll give you a minute to do that. All right, we'll do one more together, and then I'm going to have you we'll stop after 3 things because I have that check for understanding that you can do. Okay, and that'll be it. Because then you can submit this one for me. All right, if we look at this last one here, it says, number 3, think of one more activity. So what's one activity that you do every day? Or almost every day? So Giovanni, what's one activity you do every day?
Get on school.
Say it one more time.
I get on Zoom
Get on
for
Zoom.
my
Okay.
classes.
That's
Yes.
a good one.
That's a very good
A
one to
very
have.
good one.
Now, that kind
Man.
of ties in a little bit to here. So that still will fall that under an education statute. So meaning like an education law. Because as it may not seem like it's just Zoom, but it does tie with school. So I would think that would fall under the same kind of statute, okay? Because you need to come on here so you can get the good grades. As well as the reason for this is that, like I said, to help you get good grades and to graduate. So the reason for this, we can just write to get good grades and graduate. Okay, so this is to help you. I know it seems way too early since you're a freshman, but you're gonna laugh. You'll blink your eye and you'll be a senior soon. You won't realize how fast it really does go by. It may seem this year might go slow because of all this, but it'll go by fast. So by doing this, you're starting yourself off on a really good note on making and graduating, getting your credits and to graduate on time. So that's a good thing. Now I want to hear your opinion on this. Do you think having to go on Zoom should stay the same, or do you think it should change?
It's just the same for right now, since
Okay, so we can
this whole Corona thing.
okay, so we can say same
Yeah.
for now, because yes,
Not
honestly, you can
like
then
a
change.
temporary.
Yep, temporary. I don't have. So
I think
you can
we're all
write that.
hoping that it's temporary.
Mm-hmm. So now for this last part is your reasoning. So you can say why you think that, which you partially did just tell me that having it for temporary, you can write that right in that box there, and that'd be all you need to do. Awesome job, bud. That's a really good one to actually have. I was not thinking of that one. That one did not come to my mind. So then once you're done with this, just send it like you did the other stuff where you're up in the upper left-hand corner where's that box with the arrow, and then just submit this. And it's going to be named daily activities. All right. Once you're done and you submit this, Giovanni, you are done with me for this. I believe there's the check for understanding, which is, I think, just 2 questions. If I remember right, let me just double check real quick. I want to say I had it as just 2 questions. It was 3 questions is how do you think laws affect your daily life? Of your daily activities, why do you think laws are in place? And then do you think those laws should change or stay the same? Okay, so that's what the activity or the check for understanding is. So just type an answer to those 3 questions and then send that in too when you're done. And that's all you have to do for me today.
All right.
All right. Awesome. But just remember, make sure you send that in so I can give you credit. And then
Yeah, did you get the assignment for right now? The one that I just turned in?
the one you just did, I just got now, yes.
All right, good.
So awesome job. Have a great day. Tomorrow we are not meeting live for math or Law in America. I will have a video up for you on what work we're doing, okay?
All right, then.
All right, but have a great extended weekend since we do not have school on Monday, and I will see you on Tuesday.
All right, goodbye. Have a good rest of your day.
You too, Giovanni.
Bye-bye.